So today, I've enlisted a little bit of help.
So before we get down to business today, brought a friend with me. Hello. Friend. When was the last time you were on a bike, Elizabeth? Yeah.
I'd have to check Strava.
It's been a while.
Besides commuting, I'd have to check Strava. I have no idea.
You would have thought the first rule of when someone's getting back on the bike to ease them way into it is know the route and don't make any mishaps and extra Ks. Well, we basically have just been stuffing up for the last hour.
Or gravel.
Gravel, sorry about that, yeah. Right. Okay, so off the back of yesterday's conclusions, again, it's one of these ones that I think's brought up more questions than answers. I thought we might have one more go at a little test while we're down here. So I've got a set of alloy clinchers and carbon tubulars. The carbon tubulars are C24, like climbing spec to the hilt. Alloy wheels are the Shimano C24s, like beautiful, beautiful wheel, like I race mostly on them, but okay, they're not carbon tubular high-end wheels. So what I thought would do is Berry Mountain East. It's steep, full stop. It's just a watts per kilo climb. That is all this is. So if there's going to be any difference in feel or time, this would be the kind of thing on. It's short, it's like 13 minutes. It's something like, is it 13 minutes? God. So what we're going to do, we'll do one run on each. Pretty simple. I'm not going to ride to power. I'm just going to ride to a perceived effort of kind of threshold. But it is one of these climbs that it's so steep that there's no point me trying to ride to a number because it's just, you just get up it, basically. So that's what I'm going to do. Elizabeth's going to help. And yeah, first one will be the alloys. In a perfect world, I'd probably have a 30 on for this. It is a super steep climb, and that's why I'm not going to attempt to ride to a number. It's just going to be perceived effort, like not ripping it, but going sort of hard enough that it shows some sort of difference. All right, let's get stuck in, shall we? It is steep, just like I remembered. So that was the alloys. What would be my thoughts on that? Well, nothing to compare it to yet, but look, they're nice wheels. So what am I going to say? It will be really interesting now to see. The only difference I can imagine I'm going to get is just that little bit of when you get out of the saddle. So I'll put the wheels on, descend down, and we'll try it again. Take two. Carbon tubulars, doing Berry Mountain twice seems particularly stupid. These are the things we do. There's a little smudge on the lens, but anyway, we'll worry about that later. And we've got to beat this rain. Yay! No idea the difference in time, no idea the difference in power. I will say this, the tyres just feel like absolute silk going up that, and it's a pretty rough climb. So, I mean, that's just tubulars, you can't help that. And just the sound they make, they just want you to go faster. I think that's the biggest thing we will find. Me starting out there, I just felt amazing because I just had this beautiful rolling resistance. I will say this before Elizabeth gets run over, a big thank you to my assistant today. I dragged her out on a bike ride and then told her halfway, would you mind filming me go up and down Berry Mountain? So, thank you. Right, we'll go home and have a look at the times. Thank you. They saw that we were filming and stopped. Like
100 meters.
100 meters away. Normally cars would like see us filming and try and hit us. That was awesome. Side comparison, considering we're comparing things today. Elizabeth is a very cautious driver. Oh, Jesus Christ. She's hopped in the Mercedes and turned into a friggin' rally driver.
It does.
But
It's like glue. How's it feel on your side?
yeah. Okay. I promised a data review, but it's going to have to wait, because the real reason we're down here... Damn, we're in business, super stuff. Welcome to the Berry Show. First berry show, Kira, did you enjoy it? Would come back for the milkshakes. Awesome. Right, back to your regularly scheduled program. Skittle. Okay, we need to wrap this. Unfortunately, we can't use Strava because the GPS had an absolute spaz attack going up there, but I did set the intervals on the PC8, so we get a pretty good look at it. So the average speed difference was 13.7 versus 14.3, which was that's quite a difference going up a really, really steep hill. That's seconds, no two ways about it. The other thing, and look, the reason I didn't mention this first is because I think this kind of plays into my conclusion. The second effort with the carbon tubulars was 11 watts higher effort-wise, so obviously therefore it's going to be faster. But interestingly, whilst the power was higher, the average heart rate was 2 beats a minute difference, which again was pretty interesting. Obviously the fatigue maybe of the second run. But here's the thing. My conclusion on this, and this comes back to why I rode that by feel, because I think really at the end of the day, that's what matters here. And here's my reasoning. If your bike feels lighter and feels faster, you are more likely to try and go faster. Does that make sense? Like, and this almost comes back to me what I was saying last week about this being mentality thing about, oh, I'm feeling bad, I don't want to go fast. And I think that's almost part of your bike as well. Like, if you get on your bike and it's like, oh, this is a bit heavy, oh, this is a bit slow, this is a bit sluggish, oh, this doesn't really climb well, then already you're starting those conversations in your head. And trust me, 2 or 3 minutes into any climb, I bet you're going to be sitting there going, oh, you know what, this bike's not fast. That's why I'm not going fast up here. And it's sick, right? It is totally sick. And it is... Bike shops must love us because, you know, that's what we want. But honestly, those first, 2 or 3 minutes climbing with those carbon tubulars and the tubular wheels, I just felt amazing. And it made me go harder, clearly. You can't buy speed. We've concluded that now. But you can buy feel. And as we learned last week, feel is that's it. You know, if you're willing to go out and hurt yourself more, you're going to get better. So if the light bike and the better tubes and the better tyres do it for you, I'm sorry, but I think it works. Okay, so I think we got a conclusion. I had fun doing that, and we'll do more of that sort of stuff. And look, it's never going to be brutally scientific or anything like that, is it? But it's going to be fun, and I reckon we'll get bits and pieces out of it. And yeah, I'm going to throw some sort of these other shots in along the way. I'm trying to learn a bit of that as I go along, add a bit more of a creative aspect into it. So let me know if it's a waste of time or not. We've brought the pram up here, so we'll see you next week.